No scurry? What's your problem, man, with a journalist? What's your problem with documenting it? Brought the police here for cameramen, journalists. Police coming out for journalism, you know.
Saying we're doing some, trying to do some interviews for people staying at the hotels, seeing how like your time is here, how you're finding the UK.
Yes, problem telephone. All of complaints. Yeah, the residents living in the road behind, right?
Coming from this hotel.
Yeah, basically, yeah. The local guys here, they go to the back of the car park, and like in the middle of the night, like 1, 2, 3 a.m.
Yeah, you're right, another juicy video. Welcome to the video, guys. So Bear was just doing his intro with the legend BBA. So we're at Altringham. It's a migrant hotel. There's actually going to be a protest in here on the 12th next week sometime. It's a migrant hotel, Altringham in Manchester. It's full of them. It's a massive building. There was loads out the front. We're going to go in. Oh, I'd be love to get up there. Yo, there's bare of them, bro. So yeah, this is it. Bare. But yeah, see you in a sec. I left these car parks for this as well. On the bikes.
So this is, I want to say, a Britannia hotel. I'm not too sure though.
No, I don't think it's Britannia. Mind you, it looks like a Britannia. It's such a shithole. Always shitholes. And then what? Inside? What? What are you speaking to me like that for? Why are you speaking to me like that? Lads, lads, lads. What are you doing in here anyway? Speaking to me like shit. Who do you think you are, love? You know what I mean? Hotel closed.
See anything?
Yeah, I can see them in there smiling their heads off.
Yeah, these people want to get in, I don't want to block.
They love it, innit? Whoa. Come speak to us, man. YouTube journalists. Never want to talk to us, man. It's suspicious as fuck. Cigarette. Money on the map. So it's a massive hotel, look. Huge. This is how you can tell though, they cover all the windows up. This will be fun. Dun, dun, dun. No scurry? What's your problem, man, with us journalising? What's your problem with us documenting it? What's your problem? We're coming here to document it. The British public want to know. In fact, I like the migrant interviews because it's interesting to find out what people are about. The public like it. In fact, it helps the left's perspective on things, if anything. You all get it wrong.
So, do you
know what I mean?
Are we okay to do some interviews?
We just want to do interviews with the migrants. We're not here being nasty to migrants. We understand why people want to come here. We just like to talk to them and interview them. It's journalism. Find out where they're coming from. I've had interviews on my platforms that have blew up, and if anything, makes the migrants look better and makes them humanises them enough. And every time we come here, you just want to cloak and dagger it all the time. What's the issue? Why can't the public know what's going on?
Calm it down, D-Pigs.
I know. I'm just saying, innit? It's just the cloak and dagger thing does my head in, man. You know what I mean? If we got to speak to these people more are more open to show us. Go, come and have a look around what the place is like. The public would like it more.
Are you two guys alright with us interviewing people?
Wait, we're not happy with us interviewing people, no?
Hang on, come in. What's up, mate? Are you okay with us interviewing people? No. Obviously, we don't want to come in the building. But are we okay to interview people coming in and out?
Well, we'll interview them anyway because you can't stop us. That woman, man, little middle-class lefty twat. Slagging us. What was she saying to you about security?
I don't know, bro, but you're being way too raised. That's the type of shit that'll get us nicked, bro.
Said the old bill's coming anyway.
The old bill's coming?
That's what you said, the old bill's on the way, yeah. Well, I won't get nicked for that, bro. Did swear I was just being assertive, innit? Facts, mate. What are you hiding it for? Cloak and dagger, isn't that?
The police are coming.
Yeah.
Let's hope they do soon.
They won't turn up, bro. If they do, they're stupid.
Hello, mate. Are you staying here? Yeah. You want to do an interview? You're a journalist. You want to do an interview? How are you finding the UK, okay?
Looks like he's fucking wearing a prison outfit. Oh, all their fake cigarettes. Probably brought them over on the boat with them, to be honest. Bro, can we speak to you? Interview. Where are you from? How are you doing? You like the UK?
Are you staying here?
No English, no?
If you don't speak English, how are you going to communicate with people while you're here?
Great point.
Sir, if you can't speak English, how are you going to integrate and communicate with people here? You want to do an interview?
No?
Sir?
That sums it up for you people. That's the people we're bringing into our country. Not even willing to speak to people. Okay. Oh yeah, look, ripped open cigarette, so that'll be for weed. Oh yeah. Some beer cans. Obviously having a drink. So leave all their fags lying around. Get out of the car if you want. cigarettes lying around. Yeah, look. Drug bag, look, that's what he's on about. So, we have seen it in rooms and that though, that they, on videos they do like to sesh. I mean, I've seen a video, they've actually got like white powder on a desk and that. I can't remember whose video it was, but it was, I think it was Aston Knights when he was in the hotel, but yeah, that security's eyeing me up. That old bill there, it is, isn't it? Old bill here. Why? Bought the police here for cameramen, journalists. Police coming out for journalism, you know. Shocking really, isn't it? Not causing anyone any harm. It's a waste of resources, isn't it, really? I knew he was watching me as well. Journalism. What's the issue, man? Waste of police resources. I'll definitely wait here now. Like, waste of police resources, mate. That's why I haven't left yet, because I knew they said the police was coming, innit? End of the day, have we caused you an issue? We ain't come inside. Wait till they come out now. I'm going to roast them for that. If they come out and come challenge us, mate, they're getting roasted. What are you even turning up for? It's funny, because in Tamworth, when the girl got bloody chased into the ground, yeah, you gave the family a crime number. That's all you did. But as soon as we turn up to try and have a conversation with migrants, oh, what, you send coppers straight away? You're soon on the case then, though, ain't you? Pussy hoes. And do you know where they've done themselves a disservice as well? They're renting the car park out. We could technically have got a car parking space here, and we have a right to be here anyway. So the fact they've sent the police here...
It says this car park is closed to the public.
But you can rent a car park out, so we know that's a lie. Because all of them cars are not for this hotel, there's no way.
Did the police say anything to you?
No, I just looked at me, I started saying, so what are you turning up for this for? For journalism? What are you doing? Right, don't you think that's a waste of police resources? She's just staring at me through the door like, oh. Just to show you the old biller in here. Hey, look, they're there. Oh, look, I can perfectly see through as well. Big up the iPhone. So you need GMP to come over a camera. It takes them a week to go find somebody who punched me in the face there that I'll put on camera, that they know of, but just trying to lip read him. There's 3 coppers in there. Where did the other one come from? That copper as well. Where did he come from? Oh no, security. You alright?
Saying we're doing some, trying to do some interviews with people staying at the hotels, seeing how like your time is here, how you're finding the UK.
Yes, you have problem telephone, my brother.
What, sorry?
Problem telephone.
Oh, you got a problem with your telephone?
Yes.
How's it going?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
How are you finding it here?
Yes.
You like it in England? You like England?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
How did you get here?
Yesterday.
Ah, data.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How did you get to England? Did you get a plane, a boat?
Both.
Boat.
Boat.
Many people on the boat. Yeah, how long have you been here?
Yesterday.
Have you been here 1 week, 2 weeks, a month? 2 weeks you've been here. Yeah? And you like it? Staff and that are okay with you?
Where'd you come from?
Iran.
Iran.
Iraq.
Iraq.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Thank you.
Yes, cheers mate, thank you.
Thank
Cheers
you.
for your time, thank you.
Sound right. Huh? Yeah, we're just interviewing. We've got YouTube channels, isn't it? Migrant Hotel.
What's your YouTube called?
Bear Britain Audit.
DP Audits. Right, we've covered a few of them. Yeah, we're on it.
They've called the police. Police have gone in. Just waiting for them to come out.
See you in a bit.
Lads, enjoy your day.
They just got a live show. They were loving it. At least he spoke to us, though.
So there's two there that said that he'd gone to fix his phone. He's been into town to fix his phone. The other one's been to get a SIM card. And yeah, they come on boat. He's saying he's come from Iraq. So these people will talk to you. I find that a lot of the time it's just security that will go out of their way to try and usher them in the building. I don't know what they tell them for them all to get so spooked by us being here. Obviously we're here just for a friendly conversation. See how they got here, what country they've came from, and basically how they're finding their time here in the UK, how they're finding these hotels. Can be a bit of a language barrier sometimes, but
Yeah, do you reckon they get like a voucher to go get, or they give them the money to go sort the phone? How do you reckon that works?
I'm not too sure, if I'm honest. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, good, thank you.
Because just wonder how that'd work.
I just live. Lots of complaints from the residents living in the road behind, right?
Coming from this hotel.
Yeah, basically, yeah. The lots of guys here, they go to the back of the car park, and like in the middle of the night, like 1, 2, 2 a.m., and like shouting and singing and talking like loud over the phone. There's been like reports that they smoke weed and do like drug deals.
I've seen the paraphernalia at the back doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, the little baggies.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I've just seen them, and there's like Rizzlers all thrown on the floor, so there's definitely weed smoking going on.
I know, yeah, and I mean, you know, I always thought that, you know, when they moved in, these red barriers were supposed to stop them from going back to the car park, so like nobody was actually worried.
Yeah.
But it looks like they can like use the car park pretty much freely,
Right, okay.
and they're just being, you know, loud. You know, so in the middle of the night, they just wake up residents.
You know what happens?
So they'll be making noise past midnight.
Yeah, they have, yeah. They shouldn't be making noise past 11. But yeah,
No,
well, we've had like reports from like residents that they've been calling the reception at like 1:30 last night, basically, because they were being so loud.
How long has this been used for? A migrant?
This is November, wasn't it?
Is it? I don't know. This is the
Yeah.
first time I've been here.
Right. Yeah, I think it's in November. Yeah, they've been originally looking for a year.
Have they had any protests outside? There's been a lot of protests.
Yeah.
I think there's one due sometime this month.
Well, I to be honest, I don't know. You know, I'm not that interested in that. So far, it's been all right, but it's just like it looks like, you the rules have loosened up a little bit, for them. So I don't know why they set up the barriers if they allow them to break to.
I've seen did you see a packaging of beers around there? So you're probably getting drunk as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're lads, obviously, so, I mean, I'm gonna be the last person to take a beer away from a man. But, fair enough, but just do it in the legal sort of parameters, So
I can obviously tell that you've got a European accent.
I'm Polish, yeah.
Polish?
Yeah.
How long have you been in England?
20 years.
20 years?
Yeah.
And obviously you would have had to do that all through some legal route, yeah?
Of course, yeah. I mean, yeah.
How does that make you feel that you have to do it through a legal route and there's people coming here doing it through an illegal route?
Yeah, I mean,
and actually getting more than you guys that come here.
I mean, it's a never-ending dispute, these guys are here illegally, if they need help from, any country to settle in and restart their life and they're running away from war,
The thing for me is, we speak to a few, don't we? We've had a couple where they've come from the war when we've spoken to, but there's a few that they come from countries that not necessarily war. My concern is it just to beat the system on it?
You never know.
For me, it dilutes the good ones.
It's quite surprising that all of them, they have the identical story. It's the same story. If you ask them, it's they know what to say, kind of thing. They can't speak English, but they know exactly what to say in English about their story.
Yeah.
So it's
because when we come to these hotels, we only ever come here, never with any hate, never with any malicious intent. It's always just to try and interview the migrants,
right?
Because obviously we're all aware of what's going on. The news only put out what they want to put out. So we thought, what better than to come to the hotels, speak to them as human beings, and see why they've come here, what country they might have come from, how they got here, how they're finding their time here. So it's always it's never malicious. It's never malicious.
I mean, they might get defensive, obviously, because somebody's approached you on the street and want to talk to you and you don't want to talk to them. But fair enough, I mean,
Yeah, I get the impression, I think anyway, this is quite an expensive part of the outskirts of Manchester to live in, property-wise.
It is, yeah.
So I imagine sticking, say, 300 people in a hotel in residents' local area has probably upset a lot of the local residents.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it looks like the local residents are quite, I wouldn't say inviting, but they're not as upset as some other areas, because I think in general people that live around here, they're quite sort of open and sort of left-leaning, you know, so they don't necessarily, voice their concerns. But
I definitely find Manchester's quite left-leaning.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, it's been, like I said, they moved in November. There's not been any major issues, but
just noise, really.
It's just noise that just started happening recently.
So will you get quite a lot of them kind of gather outside here on a night?
Not a lot, but you get occasional groups. Yeah, they sort of scatter around. That car park is pretty much empty during the night, so they use it to play football or whatever. Fair enough to them, they can do whatever they want. But, just don't generate noise past 11 or whatever. There's kids and older people trying to sleep. Of course, yeah. And it's usually quite rare. That's all it is. Yeah.
They have got a whole hotel to chill in as well. They don't need to be out after lunch to do it, do they? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's quite a lot of things to play.
They have ping pong and pool and table
saying,
football and everything inside. I think they all can donate PlayStation and stuff like that.
So they've got stuff to do.
They got stuff to do, yeah.
For us, when we come here, what they do is they hush them away for security, they're not allowed to talk to us. But for me personally, I've had migrant interviews that did extremely well, and it's a huge public interest, and not even on a negative way. I feel like I said to you, haven't I feel that the interviews, a couple of them, have actually helped the left's point of view of it, because it's humanised them, and two of them said they come up from war, and so they just
where are you guys from?
Oh, I drove from Birmingham today.
Right.
Country,
Okay. Oh, right. Do you do like YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Right. What channel is it?
Bear Britain audits.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
And I'm deep building.
But yeah, like I said, like if you don't mind, just not include that. Not include me on that.
So this. How long?
right,
do,
yeah,
do,
so-
they, do, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
do you know how long they've said this is going to be a hotel for? 5 years. Is it 5 foot?
They've got a contract for 1 year, so
Ah.
but it can be extended. I think it's like I think it's like with every hotel like this, they just get a contract for a year and then they get extended or something. But,
You know this car park? Is this rented out, isn't it? They rent the car park out as well, I'm guessing.
I'm not sure actually. There's lots of people working here still, right? So I think it's mainly used for like that car park is used for by people that.
Staff, then, there's a lot of cars, isn't there?
Yeah, there's even more like on the map.
You've got the police in there waiting.
Yeah,
I think they're scared to come out.
there's the Bear Britain audits.
That's the one.
Yeah, I'll check it out. But yeah, I mean, yeah, come here when there's protests here. It gets kind of quite interesting.
Yeah, there's meant to be one, I think, on the 12th of this month, on a
Yeah,
Saturday.
right.
Saturday the 12th.
Yeah,
So I might drive up then and.
Yeah, it's quite surprising because like I've seen last protests that were happening here. So there was a lot of like people that live around, basically protesting against, or just like to be informed and stuff like that, because that basically came
Was there a
out-
counter protest to the protest?
And there was a counter protest on this side from organized by people that are not even from here, right? Like
Okay.
each one of them, they just came from all around, like Manchester, like Oldham and Rochdale, and they've just been gathered somehow by someone to just counter protest, against the people that actually live here, and they want to say,
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to do that a lot. The Union and Socialist Party, they're good. They're very organised.
Yeah, but let the local people, give them some self-determination.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If local people want to protest, that's fair enough. If local people want to counter-protest, that's also fair enough.
Oh.
Just don't come here from other parts of Manchester and just say and just act like you know what.
Do you not think the cloak and dagger though is why people, not being so cloak and dagger in a way is detrimental because it doesn't highlight that people don't get to see who these people are enough, where that's why there's such fear against it. Also, maybe that doesn't help. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So then people are fear, they don't know who the people are.
I mean, if you don't see them here, there's they always like walk around in groups and stuff. So if you like walk around, maybe
Well, there's been we've done a few, in there, and I've had a few.
Yeah, I've done a few up
It's
and down the
mixed bag,
country.
Right.
There's one somebody I know's done recently, which they've got to be careful on how they report on it. But it looks like there's actually drug dealing going on from inside.
Oh, right.
So, again, I don't imagine those that have come and stayed in the hotel have come here and just started a drug business. But maybe there's people exploiting them in the hotels to sell drugs for them. And again, a lot of them I go to, there's, like I say, paraphernalia outside, empty beer cans, etc.
It would be ideal though to stick one in there because the authorities would probably be so scared of scrutinising these. They'd probably get left alone to do the dealing. Really, if you think about it, it's actually quite smart.
So there's got to be quite
even
a few
though
in
it's
here, right? I mean, it's a big hotel, a lot of room. There's definitely 300.
Yeah, two per room. There's about 150, and they're all males. Yeah.
And that's the other issue is that like I hear a lot of they're refugees fleeing from war. Now, I've covered it many a times that like you kind of got to look at what sometimes the West does in other parts of the world. And when you're doing those things, it's always going to create. It's always going to create refugees. The issue I have with that is not that they're refugees or they're fleeing war, but if there were people fleeing war, I'd expect to see more women and children. I don't seem to be seeing many women and children.
There's another one in
Altringham,
I think. There's another one like towards Hale area. We've got two.
What is it?
I'm not sure what's
Told you, the Britannia. Is it the Britannia down there?
Maybe,
Yeah,
in Hale, but that's a family one, yeah. So there you go females.
there are women and children in that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because they actually tried to split the women and children to the male ones. But obviously I can understand why. You can't really have, it wouldn't be wise to have 50 women in there with 250 males if you don't know. Not, no,
Yeah,
just,
but saying that, you know,
just on a safety aspect.
when you when I moved over to the UK 20 years ago, that was for university, and you could even tell then that, you know, the majority of the sort of because I mean UK opened the job market to Poles. I think like that was about the time when we joined the European Union. Yeah, so we basically we were allowed to like legally,
free movement, weren't we, Europe, yeah.
legally work. Yeah, and then you could tell then that the majority of people that moved here were guys. Yeah. So males. So but that was the intention, that they move here, you know, they like, you know, make sure that, you know, they find a place to live and like a job and whatever, you know, and then they bring over their families. So maybe in their case it's similar, yeah. Maybe they have families in their countries, and their families just waiting for them to settle in, sort of thing. And like, but, you know, I don't want to judge.
You know what? Like, I can't speak for everyone. You've obviously got like nationalists that don't believe anyone from any country should be here.
Yeah.
But I think the fear for a lot of people is, or the worry, is like, you can take the Polish 20 years ago, came in, a lot of them came for work, integrated very well into British society. In fact, Polish and British, they're not very different,
No, like
really.
in
We're
general,
quite
Christian values.
quite similar in cultures.
Yeah, I think in general in Europe we're quite similar. Right?
Yeah.
It's like heartbreaking when Britain, like, you know, decided to you know, Brexit because the migration, and now you get this.
But this, this is the issue.
Like, loads of Polish people moved out because they didn't feel like they're invited anymore. And in fact, a lot of European people fucked off from the UK. And, you know, there's a big hole that has to be somehow filled, right? So, you know.
I don't think when we worry about immigration, it's necessarily a dig at the, say, youth and individual. These guys personally, on a lot of levels, for most people.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like the worry about is just literally the high numbers constituency, and there's lots of exterior worries about infrastructure, culture change and stuff like that rapidly. Them worries are just there as a people, and the peoples have asked for years as well. About immigration. Brexit, we left Europe because of immigration, because the numbers were high for so many years, and most people voted for that. That hasn't been. It's just got more and more since then.
But you just got to replace, you know, like the Christian values people like.
That's where a bit of concern is as well. I think is the Christian value side of things as well. I think we're about to get roasted by the police.
Where I go?
You're not going to bother us.
Absolutely fine. See you in a bit.
Okay, thank you. So just before you go, mate, can I get some clarification on why 10 and 10 not good? Alright. Right, on camera. Anyway, cheers, mate.
Yeah, if you don't mind, just don't post it.
Alright,
Big up your chest, that was interesting by the police, weren't it? They didn't want nothing. They don't want no smoke.
The police aren't going to bother us.
Big up to that guy though. Great conversation there.
Hopefully now they know, we can hopefully maybe get some interviews. Because like the police said, that we're not going to bother you. So now the police have been here. If they didn't want us here, it would be their job. We don't want you here. We don't want you filming. You're distressing people. You're causing some kind of alarm. Obviously, they haven't done any of that.
I think the police blocked them in. Look, the police blocked them in, look. Naughty, naughty, naughty. He blocked the cars in, man. I think they blocked the cars in, and the guys just come out having a go at them about it. Because look, they parked there where the car park is, innit? Yeah, the guy was roasting them at the window there. They've obviously been parked there. Nah, but if that was my business and I had to get out somewhere. She just took a photo with me as well.
So they're leaving.
We've already got cars with.
Some migrants just left.
In a car?
And they put in a Toyota.
Prius, yeah. Hey?
People that have not got many investments.
Yeah.
They're already doing pretty well. So be able to afford and run a car.
Madness.
Here they are coming up now. So that was them in the Toyota Prius. So you can see pulling out there.
Interesting. Interesting.
So, yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's going to come out. As you can see, the police have been, they didn't want to engage with us. They said, we're going to leave you alone if you walk past me. Had a local resident, a Polish guy, who was saying how he's been here for 20 years. Came here to go to university. He just told us about complaints from local residents about the noise that's coming from here well over midnight into the early hours of the morning, where, like you said, they're drinking beer, they're smoking, the reefer, and yeah, he obviously felt like he wanted to come and tell us this. We come from all the way down there.
That was the Cresta Hotel. Cresta Court Hotel in Altringham, just outside of Manchester. We've done anyway. Big up your chest, people. It was only a short one. It wasn't really long. We have razors, just cut it down for you, but yeah. Like and subscribe anyway. Go to Bear Bear's channel as well. Bear Britain Audits. We will.